Welcome to Smoak-n-Guns. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Sig Sauer p320X compact. So we'll go ahead and start off by going over what you get. Obviously, they still ship all their pistols in these plastic cases, just a little updated. And when you open that, you're going to get your pistol and two 15-round magazines. Both have flat base blades. And now we'll go ahead and get a close-up so we can go over some of the features. And we're also going to do a quick size comparison with this against the 509 compact. Alright, we're going to start with getting the weight of these pistols, starting with the Sig Sauer. It weighs 1 pound 9.4 ounces. And then the 509 is 1 pound 10.5 ounces, which are probably about the same if you take into account the optic on the 509. Then we'll go lengthwise. The 509 has a slightly longer slide, but when you take the beaver tail into account, the Sig is about a 1/4 inch longer. Now top to bottom, sorry. The 509 is slightly shorter, but with the sight on top of the sights, it's about the same because you have the suppressor height sights on here. So that's about it as far as weighing in or size comparisons. Alright, so let's go over the new features that come with the X series. They now come optics ready. At the moment, the only optics you can put on here are the Sig Romeo 1 and 2 and the Leupold Delta Point Pro. It comes with X-ray night sights, which are pretty great. They're blacked out on the rear and they have a fluorescent green dot up front, which really makes it easy for quick target acquisition. They changed the whole module contour out. They added a semi-aggressive texture on the back strap, sides, and front, and then this deep undercut under your trigger guard, which allows you to get a high purchase on the weapon and helps you control it with that high bore axis on the 320. But it feels pretty good in my hand. I have about a medium-sized hand, and this is a medium-sized frame, which is what they come shipped with. And sooner or later they're going to have the small and large modules available, because for those of you who don't know, you can't change the back straps or anything on the 320s. They didn't change the mag release. It's not ambi, but it is reversible. They didn't change the takedown lever, but they did change the slide stop, which wasn't a very good change. If you can tell, it's pretty pronounced. It sticks out from the frame of the gun, and there's no fencing around it to stop your thumb. If you ride your thumb close to the frame or the slide, you can easily lock this thing back when you're firing it, which did happen. So I found myself concentrating on pulling my thumb down on the top of where the grip pokes out, and I didn't have any other issues after that. And then they changed the trigger. It's now a flat style trigger with the little bump at the end to stop you from riding your finger off, which I'm not sure how you would do when the trigger guard's right there. And the trigger itself has a very short amount of take up in it, but it gets a little gritty right before you hit the wall, and then not much travel before you get that thuddy break in there. Then the reset, sometimes you get this kind of phantom reset. We'll see if it does it now. Yep, you hear that? It had 2 clicks. It doesn't do it every time. I'm not sure why, but it's pretty long. It's almost back to the original state since you have that short take up. And we'll go ahead and get some pull weights on it, which I was averaging about 4.5 and 5, but it's hard to stay in the middle of this trigger with the shape of it. Oh, let me reset the gauge right. That one showed 4, which is pretty low. I think it's a fluke. .6. I'll do one more. .38. It's right about 4.5. And then we'll go ahead and take the pistol down, which is pretty standard. Lock your slide back, pull down your takedown lever, and then drop your slide. Which on the 320s, you don't have to pull the trigger to release the slide. They didn't change the captive recoil spring, but it still has the directional one in there with the flat spots that face towards the side, and it has to go back in there the same way. And your standard Sig barrel, which has that nice slick finish to it, which is very easy to clean off after you've been shooting it all day. We'll put it back together. Nothing else changed in there. Like I said, you have to get your spring to face that direction to put it back on. If you don't get it just right, it'll hang up. And then you got your carriage assembly, which is the same. This is still the serialized portion of the weapon, so you can pull that out and put it in any of the other grip modules. Even buy a new grip module and slide if you want a longer slide and barrel length, and you won't have to go through the hassle of filling out paperwork. And then do the reverse to put it back on. Slide your slide on there, pull your takedown lever around, and release the slide. But I really like the changes they made on it. I hated the old one. I thought it felt real bulky in my hand. This one was real nice. I like the sights on it, like I said. Can't wait for an optic to be put on here so we can try that out. And besides that, we're going to go ahead and get to the shooting portion of the video. And y'all leave any comments, because this is my second video. Any changes or information you might have for me that might be useful, and that's all greatly appreciated. But thanks for watching this video. We're outside with the new P320X compact. We're going to try and take some shots before it starts raining. Yeah, it started drizzling as soon as we got the target set up, so let's see what we can do.